I have just two questions, because if I can have the slide more. And because I just want to ask a couple of questions concerning what we heard this afternoon. One point is about, we mentioned about to be biocompatible, about the technology. So my first question to the panel is, what about the biocompatibility of technology we talk about? So what do you think about the aspect of facing with human beings? And I think the last remarks about joining more information and making people able to somehow to have much more integrated data and much more information about the healthcare system and healthcare services. I think it's helpful for people. It's not just about the cure, but it's about looking after people. It's about providing a reference point, a unique contact point, for example. And so my question is, what's your opinion about this aspect? Are we compatible with people? We are considering people as the main focus on our ideas, projects. Of course, it's just a question, but I think it's very important because we mentioned that healthcare is for taking care of people having illness and so on. But you mentioned, for example, it's very important, we can provide lifestyle coaching, for example. It's another way of caring people and perhaps to perform prevention. So it's, what do you think about this?
Paolo, I think that in Venice, in cardiology in Venice, I like to divide the technology in hospital technology and home technology. And when I use the technology in hospital, we every day optimize the resource in order to administer the more correct therapy. The technology in hospital, however, a machine recognizes the person and the potential risk of administering a substance potentially harmful for the patients. The sample, dosage, drugs interaction, allergy, there are more examples. Allow, when I am in bedside with patients, to range from the medical history, X-ray, or CT scan just performed. In this sense, I think approaching the work of doctor and the nurse in the patients. For the house technology, I think we created the umbilical cord between hospital and the patients, but with the bidirectional data flow. It's very important because the patients, I don't know if in this moment it's correctly the name. Yeah, I think this is more correctly the citizen, because the patient is at your home. Maintain a direct contact with his doctor. The creation of a bin of data between citizen and from your domicile to doctor determines a direct relationship between the doctor and the person by means of the technology tool. And this is why I think consider this instrument biotechnology as no longer or simple data detector, but an instrument of connector between patients with his doctor. I look like bringer the doctor to the patient's house, who reassure him about his condition, comfort him about his affairs, and intervenes when is necessary with therapeutic modification. For every citizen, knowing that when I transmit his vital parameters, there are displayed and evaluated by his cardiology, give us security and tranquility to his clinical condition, dealing with more serenity and daily housework or every place. There is important where is, but there is a problem. By contrast, the humanization of technology is to be understood when as the tool that suits the patient's need. Skill preference there are not imposed as only solution to the problem, but an alternative in giving these patients to some results bypassing the obstacle. I feel that.
I think that we should consider this biocompatibility so that I think that nowadays the healthcare system is such that they are thinking that us as citizens, we are very passive, so that we are not active in taking care and managing our health. And I think that this is one problem, that we are not really developing personal health technologies which are such that I would be using. And I think that a lot of development efforts are going in such a way that the organizations are trying to cut their costs. And it means that mostly doing the same treatment and the process that they are doing today on paper, they will do it in digital form, meaning that they're not even changing any processes there. And this is something that we should change, that we have to be empowering people, that we could be active, taking care of our healthcare. And it really means that we have to have personal health technologies which are sort of consumer friendly and so-called plug and play whenever you need it, anywhere.
Yeah. So just, I think the last one, because otherwise it's too late, because it's just one very last remark is about what you think about the growth of this innovation. Should it be continuous? I mean, should we always overcome the limits we face, or it's a different pathway, much more rounded somehow, like changing directions? I mean, it's our limits as a way to stimulate our creativity about finding solutions.
I think many things are already discovered and existing. The problem is that the healthcare system and this legacy organization is hundreds of years old, and always it's not easy, and sometimes it's almost impossible to fit these new technologies and new service and new thinking to the old system. And that's why we're seeing that many of these new technologies are growing outside of healthcare. So the existing new walk-in clinic health kiosks are taking part of healthcare market, and they are not considered at the moment as a part of healthcare because the healthcare is not able to change. So I think personally that the change is happening anyway, And as sooner the healthcare system will allow and will change, then the healthier will be our citizens. But it's very difficult to fit these new things in the existing environment.
So, up to me, that's all. Because it's quite late, we have the gala dinner at 8. So, I really want to thank all the panelists. It's a very fruitful discussion. And you can find a leaflet to have like a souvenir of this panel. And really, I want to thank a lot to the organization of Global Forum to give the opportunity of have this very interesting exchange of information and thoughts. Many thanks to everybody. Thank you.